Everyone, please. Okay. So which version are you using?
2025.
2025 only. So see here, team, everyone, please listen carefully. The setup is already done by Elena. I think same setup only, not much. So she's explaining now. Please listen. Yeah, please go ahead.
First, server setup I have done. That's so here this file open with Notepad++. So here the three changes I have done in manager service. Here it was 5007 in this. After this local host, I have removed that. Similarly, I have removed in monitor service base address. Remove that 5007 from the base address. Also in manager service, also you have to remove. So three sites where you have to remove this 5007 from base address. So here just check your file where this manager service, monitor service, and communication service base address, remove 5007. Rest I have kept 5007 as it is, like you can see here. Only in three places you can change that and save this file. So for safer side, take the backup of the file before modifying anything. So you can see a copy of that. So if anything goes wrong, you can have another file. So this is one setup at the server side. And at the agent side, so go to Tosca test suite, distribution execution. So here, one is config this file notepad. So open this with the notepad. So here, so search for server endpoint. So here you can see the server endpoint. So here also 5007 was there. Just remove it and save this server endpoint. So this is the only place that I've modified in this file. It is Tosca distribution agent DLL config file. So go to the server endpoint and remove that 5007. Uh, this is another setup in agent view. And after that, just run this as administrator. Once you run this, agent will come in this. And here, right click on this configure agent. So go to connect to server. So here also just check 5007 is there. If it is there, just remove it and check the connection. So it should come as green color. The connection is up. So once it is up, you can just save this and close. And on the again Tosca server side and the settings, you have to go to settings. So check service view is here. Just give the workspace name. So this is the workspace name that I'm using. So under repository type, it is SQLite, and I'll give this details over here. If you select this, you can see all the details. It belongs to SQLite repository, and name and credentials, everything you can give here. And also check here, distribution and server address. Here also 5007 was there. I just removed it. And if you check the connection, it should be up here. So once it is done, so come to Tosca Commander. So here also project settings you have to do. So go to settings. Commander distribution execution. So we are also monitoring thing. If it is 5007, just remove it. And server 5007 was there, so I have removed that. And also in the Tricenter services, make sure that there is no 5007. So that is it. And come to the execution list and create a test event. So that happens. So this is my execution list. So I've created execution folder and then execution list. And then test events I've also created here as test and drag and drop this configuration to here. So you can see that configuration is there. Right click on this refresh agent. So we can see agent number should be displayed here. So once this is done, so drag and drop whichever test case you want to perform. So first you drag and drop to the execution list, and then you can directly drag and drop this test case to the test event list. Once you pulled all the test cases that you want to execute, right click and execute. In the agent, so Tosca server, you can see the event. It will be. Yeah, now we can see that the test case is queued for execution. So once it starts up, we can see. Now the state is getting changed that this test case is gonna execute first. This is my laptop agent, and you can see that is being connected here. See laptop. If the test case is failed, it will continue with the next execution. So I think this orange HRM got failed due to some properties. So it is executing the next test case in the queue. So you're not the registration. The second test case got passed. So the third case is executed. This is the last test case that I have pulled in a test event. So after this, execution is going to complete, and we can see the result in task commander execution list. So you can see two test cases are passed and two test cases are failed. So now go to Tosca Commander. Now you can see under each execution list, you can see a desk thing created that got executed in 716. So include for synchronization. So check the result. 716, it got executed. Why it is failed, you can could not find the likewise, we can execute from desk execution. You can see at all the test case level that should be created. So that Anusha, is it sufficient?
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. Maybe I did a lot of changes in my system. Maybe that is the reason the connection is not established earlier. So, team clear, everyone? Amal Jyoti, Rajlashmi, Vashita, Murali. Please respond, guys.
Got it, Anusha.
Once the connection is established, keep it as it is. Don't change any other stuffs. Okay. So, team, is everyone able to see my screen? So, in my system, still I have an issue. I'll just check this with some other day. Good. So, let us coming to here, team. This is a complete structure of the distributed execution list. Okay. And this is part of CI/CD pipeline only. We just create this pipeline one time. And whenever you want to run a test cases, just go your execution list and run the scenarios. That is the thing we do for. So the Jenkins part, I'll explain to you end of the classes. So the information how to set up and all. Overview, the setuping point of view. So team, we are just spending with a few more concepts like one is what is ARA, what is PDF file. So do we had a discussion about PDF scanning? I think so. Please remember PDF team, PDF scanning. I think when I'm explaining an Excel data, that time only maybe I bring this point. So do we had a discussion about the PDF files and all?
I think yes, Anusha.
I think I already explained, but maybe still it is there here. Okay. So only few more points is completed. One is ARA. ARA, I'll tell you here today. ARA is nothing but in automation recording assistance. Okay. In interviews also, some people they may ask, do you have an experience on ARA? Just say, yes, I do have. Okay. So what exactly this feature help automation engine is to in testing point of view? Very simple, Tim. It's just automation tester put in manually, okay? Automation tester manually interact with applications. So here in backend, this ARA convert each interaction into automated test cases. That is the main purpose of this one. Okay. Each interacted action. So what actions you are performing, each action it convert into automated test case, how it is. So ARA is nothing but in just search here ARA automation. Just see. When I enter here, you can see ARA automation recording assistance. This is one of the standalone option. We have two approaches. One thing you can directly install ARA manually, or within Tosca Commander also you can see this ARA feature that is available in the record section. Here you can see this is a recording section. Here it is available. Click on this ARA feature. If you want to perform something, interactive mode with the module and all creation, just perform checkout at your project level. So the ARA window is loading team. Meanwhile, I'll just open one of the application or any of these applications. So see here, welcome to ARA, the automation recording assistance by Tricentis company. So just start the record. To start the recording, it is asking you to browser extension not installed or outdated. See which application you are trying to scan. Make sure you have to add install extension for that. Here extension is not there. I'll agree that. Let me use my another Chrome application. So in this Chrome application team, this ARA level we do have versions as well. Just click on add extension. Here you are able to see what the module and all everything. See, whenever I'm just doing interaction or click operation, automatically it capture that. Since it's not working properly, let me use again. Okay, just come back to your browser and here automated test case. Let's wait him. Once it is populated, we can work with that. So here you can see it is a recording feature is activated, and this is the pause icon, finish recording, and this is the pause the recording, and add image based test steps. If you want to validate any kind of image based test steps, you can enable this one. For example, verification point of view, enable this and make it as a verified. Okay. I just want to click on this one. See, whenever you perform some click operation, you can able to see the backend, the properties are added, opening website. And even some circle line, the timeline cycle is also added. It is loading the properties of the control. I'm just checking here the electrons. Once it is done, so it has to capture each control related properties in the backend, right? Obviously, it takes some time here, okay? Yes. So if you want, you can verify this one and enable this verify feature.
Anusha, it is
Yeah.
the steps is getting stored in recording, right? The properties, if we want to modify properties also, we can modify it.
Yes, we
further.
can. We can able to modify the properties also. Getting? So if you're entering some text also, Tim, here you can enable and then you can enter some text. But in automation Tosca, this ARA feature, it behave like bit slow because it has to capture the modules and all, right? So obviously it takes some time. You can see still it is loading. I'm just clicking on this plus icon. After that, I'm just entering here laptop. Yes. Once you click on this one, Tim, just verify this one. I just want to enable this option. I just want to verify this control. Okay. Once you verify, the verify point of view, you can enable this and verify this one. So here in the laptop accessories, just mouse over here. Control Shift H. Let us use Control Shift H here. And here you can use laptops. I'm just taking gaming laptops. Just click on this gaming laptop option. Okay. And here, team, this option is not captured. So before performing a gaming, must you have to click on this laptop. See, browser is not ready. Resume manual recording when application is ready. Okay, resume. Let's do again. Yes, now it is captured. Otherwise, you can use mouse over action here and gaming laptop. Gaming laptop is done. And once it is done, team, scroll down. Scroll down. I just want to verify this particular laptop related stuff. Then use here image based recognition. So in image based recognition tip, just capture the image. So what are the areas you just captured? Based on that, it will work. Exit. Let me enable again. So I'm just using continue recording. Manual test steps. If you want to add any manual test steps or create a test steps. So I don't want to add any manual test steps over here. Just continue the recording. The ARA is started right now. Let us perform click operation on this particular control. Once you perform click operation and team, just select Intel 13i5 kind of stuff.
No,
Please, please keep in mute. Varshita, please keep in mute. And this is the total price, something it is captured. Okay, I think up to here enough. Just save this one. So see here, team, once you save this one, if you want to play all these steps one by one, just do a play. Okay. It automatically interact with the site and you can able to see the execution flow. Open URL is done. Then it perform the click operation on this particular one. See. So these all test steps are in sequence managing. Could not find the button with X button. So because the adding of this test step is not there, let me do one thing. Just start the recording, save it. Yes. Let this click on this particular search icon. Once it is done, Tim, directly save this one and then save and close. Close this one. If you come back to here, in Tosca point of view, here you can see whenever you are interacting with the ARA, it automatically added one new tab here, interactive tab. The tab itself, it is giving some options also. That is also dynamic tab, but don't worry. Now here you can see the recording. If you create any recording team, automatically it create the component folders. You can see the component folders here, component folder 1, component folder 2, component folders 3, like this. See, creation of number of component folders, it's not recommended in real time because it is a kind of sub project. So once you create the modules and test case and all, directly take a backup copy of these things to your main project and then delete it. That is recommended.
మా ల్యాప్టాప్ ఛార్జర్ ఇవ్వు.
Yes. So see here, creation of the number of component folders and all, it's not at all recommended in a Tosca. So whenever you are using this recording feature, just take a copy of your data or what modules you created, just take a copy and maintain into your main project level and continue with your work. Because this recording feature, it is creating some component folders stating like you recorded so and so scenarios here. And even are you able to see all the modules and all module creation is completed? Even the test case flow is also added here. See here, the click with percentile mechanism it is taking. So what percentile exactly I mentioned over there, it is taking. This is the verification mode and this is the gaming laptop. And then hit this particular controls, product title and all everything. So Tim, ARA is nothing but it is a kind of features if you are not able to automate from the scratch. So you can just directly interact with application. It capture all of your actions and it convert those all actions into an automated test case. Clear? Is it clear to you all, team?
Clear.
So this is nothing but it is a ARA feature in Tosca. Okay. And one more thing is there. So team, how many of you completed your certification kind of things? Let me know. Let me introduce this TC shell commands. So probably this weekend, tomorrow and day after else, yeah, tomorrow I'll start the SAP API and all. So next week I'll directly set up Tosca Cloud and I'll give you an examples with Vision AI, Copilot and Tosca Commander and Cloud Elastic Grid execution as well. Okay, the setuping and executions. So meanwhile, I'll do restart my Tosca server again and I'll try to set up the things one more time. So TC shell operations team, in real time, we may not work every time on this TC shell operations, but somewhat it is important. I can tell you why it is important. The thing is, the TC shell operations is nothing but we are just interacting with the command prompt. So command prompt to Tosca. Okay. So instead of opening Tosca Commander and all, just open your command prompt, do some actions here. It automatically replicate into your Tosca Commander. What actions we can perform in TC shell? We can perform all actions. Tim. You can drag and drop down audios and project creation, create project and log into the project and execution. Once execution is completed, you can take the report of your executions. Everything is possible in this decision. So right now I just said a distributed execution, right? So to schedule the executions also, we use TC shell only. I'll tell you what exactly it is. This is completely a real-time approach. And even if you explain this point in real time, you may get a more job opportunities. Okay. The scheduling part in a distributed execution. So the Jenkins level, obviously we have an option, but in distributed level, manually we are running the scripts, but I want to run the scripts overnight. Then how to do that? We can do a distributed scheduling the execution, which execution, DEX execution. That is possible with the TC shell commands. Okay. So short and sweet, I'll explain what exactly it is on all time. So the TC shell, it's a part of Tosca installation. Tosca installation only. And here you can see commands, command files. Okay. What are the command files? We have just go and there pick this particular command files. Why command file is required to interact with the CMD. If I open my CMD here, so if I want to instruct the CMD to go to so and so folder, do some actions, at least I want commands here. So whenever you are working with the TC shell level team, so make sure you have to provide your commands here properly. Then only it able to proceed to do such a kind of activities from their end. So am I clear, right? I'll show you. So see here, team, initially, if you go to the Tricentis home directory is nothing but it is a kind of programming files 86 path location. Okay, this is, we call it as a home directory. Just come back and select this Tricentis. In this Tricentis home directory, go to Tosca test suite. Here you can see T box. In this navigation level sim, you can see a TC shell operations. TC shell related DLL files, README file, everything it is located here. Let me show you. If you scroll down, otherwise make it maximize this window. Just enter TC. TC is going to here. Just go here. These all are there in alphabetical order. Yes, now we are in the right position. TC shell. These all are the automation host servers and all. Don't touch anything, don't delete anything, because these all are the backend files. It is running perfectly. That is the reason you are able to proceed with the commander directly. If you modify anything, if you delete anything, Tim, that will be impact your respect to Tosca. So yesterday I did a lot, but I'm not able to fix that with the Tosca server and all. So don't delete anything. I'm just trying to find your TC shell related document. So all are the TC shell. I have an option here. Let me show you again. Tosca. Let me use commander. I think commander level, maybe I can see that option. Yeah. So this is TC shell team. This is the config file. Seems the path is incorrect. The path is commander path. Don't go to the T box path, just go to this commander path. In this commander path, you can see tc shell.dll file, dll config file, tc shell file, and the runtime config file, and readme file. Everyone able to see these all files here? Out of all, we want only these files only the read file and then config file. I'm just adding this screenshot in the chart. You can take a look. So this readme document is nothing but this document itself. It is holding the number of commands, which commands we can use to interact with the command prompt. If you open this one with a notepad, here you can see all the commands related information. TC shell command line options, help command, workspace command to log into the workspace, login command, enter your user ID passwords, record command. So if you want to record name of the your script, just use record command. Code page, it is optional to use console input and output. Like this, Tim, if you scroll down, we do have a lot of commands. So here two type of commands. One is batch mode commands, another one is interactive mode commands. That the thing you can able to see here. So one is interactive mode and another one is the batch mode. Okay. So interactive mode is nothing but no script file. No script file is nothing but basically without creating any file, we are directly opening the command prompt. We just pass some commands here to interact with the commander. That is nothing but interactive mode. Batch mode is nothing but we just add a bunch of or bulk TC shell commands and we can store that particular file into one location. So whenever we require, we call that particular file. That is nothing but batch mode. Okay. So here you can see the initially the interactive mode related commands, and even the same you can use for batch mode also. As I said here, two things we can, one thing for these two cases, I'll use interactive mode. The last case I can show you for the batch mode. This is the batch mode. Okay. Then you get an idea. So the above case, you may not able to work in real time. It is a kind of knowledge only. If someone is asked in interviews, you can simply inform to them, this is able to do. And how we do interact with the decision. And even this batch mode setup is also one-time setup only. If any one of your team members are set up this one, then rest of the team, they are not able to do anything here. They simply run the scripts, that's it. Okay, this is also one-time setup. So team, to log into the commander to create a workspace and all, you can see here the workspace creation commands. -u is nothing but creating of the new workspace. So these all are the TC shell commands. Jump to node and slash representations, help and exit, save, and all you can see. Okay. Jump to node, jump to project. These all are the node path. What is node path, Anusha? If you go to Tosca, if you select any of your test cases, what test cases you created so far, in the properties pane, you can see the first property. What is the first property here? Node path. So we just use this node path as a reference to jump to the one location to another location using a command prompt. Okay. Always we use this node path only. And we do have a left few more minutes. I'll show you. Okay. So where exactly you can see this TC shell executable file, just take a copy of this one and use here cd hyphen enter the path of the file. So make sure must you have to navigate to your Tosca programming files, Tricentis, Tosca test suite and Tosca commander. Once you reach to the Tosca commander, here you can use tc shell.exe hyphen help command. Okay. So if you are passing any command, either creating the application, creating project, log into the project, or jumping one location to another location, make sure you have to use tc shell.exe. That is very mandatory. Enter. So once you use tc_shell.exe help command, it will check the licensing. Once the license is found, it will give you all the possible ways what we can do from our side. Like one is opening the existing workspace, creating of the new workspace with existing common repository, create new workspace or new common repository, create single user workspace with the SQLite, and create workspace template using this particular directory path, restoring of the backup files, and this is all these actions you can done from your side. To create a project and all tip, let me take a copy. I'll just show you here. Copy this one. So see here, Tim, the common repo path is missing. A single user workspace will be created. See, the SQLite, where exactly it is located, you have to give this SQLite repo path. If you not mention this repo path, obviously it create the single user workspace. Okay, now. I'll just give you the commands here. The first thing is here, create workspace. This is the new command we use to enter create new workspace. So before passing any kind of these commands, make sure you guys are in this particular path. Make sure you are in this particular path in a CMD. So this is the CMD level. CMD is nothing but command prompt. In the command prompt, make sure you are in this particular one. And here the first section, I'm just explaining here to creating of the workspace. If you want to create a workspace here, just use this particular command with respect to repository category. And before that, use tc shell.exe hyphen new workspace, the workspace directory path, where exactly you want to store this particular workspace. So all the workspaces, all obviously it is storing into a C drive and Tosca projects only. Go to the Tosca projects and here in the workspaces level, it store all the workspaces. Here you can see the lot of workspaces I already created earlier. I'm just taking this particular path. So instead of writing directly in the command prompt, I'm just writing here Tim, to show you how to build the workspace and all. So make sure to pass this particular path into a double quotes. So just give the name of your file. I'm just giving 22nd April is my project name. Okay. And in SQLite repo path team, I'm just keep it as empty. Yes, I'm not passing anything. I'm just keeping this one into an empty level. This is nothing but creating of the project. Just come back to here. Enter the same path which I entered in the chart window. Enter. So see here, Tim, the license is found, and after that, the project is also created new workspace and new common repository. And once the workspace is created, you can see that workspace here directly. Let's do refresh. There is no folder, right? So it is checking the license. License has been found, but it is not created. Once the project is created, obviously it's given information to us. Passed anything wrong? Yes, double quote is missing here. So see here, this one. After April, you have to give the double quote. I just started here double quote, but here I'm not ended. After ending only, you can able to create. Let me enter now. Now it is checking the license directly and creating the new workspace. You can see here. Once a new workspace is created, you guys able to see the project is created successfully here. If you want to see this, come back here. You are able to see 22nd April. You can see 22nd underscore APR. And if you open this file, you are able to see the executable file, Tosca commander file, and this particular information as well. Clear, all of you? So if you want to log into the workspace, the similar way, if you want to log into the workspace, simply come back here. So instead of hyphen new workspace, just make it as a normal workspace and workspace path along with the .tws file also 22nd APR .tws file. So TWS is nothing but Tosca workspace extension. Okay. And instead of SQLite here, Tim, just use hyphen login and here enter your usernames and passwords. I'm just enter the username and password. If you know, you can give enter. If you don't know, just make it empty. Okay, now. But team, instead of login to the recent created project, I'll just do a login with the existing project. At least we can perform some actions over here. Okay. Let me use HDFC project. Slash .tws file hyphen login. I'm just giving the login credentials. Anusha. And the password is here again. Just use admin at the rate 123 admin at the 123. See, this workspace instance is already opened in my system, but if you are trying to open the same instance using a command prompt, it is not possible. It is giving an error message like Anusha is not found. Let's see totally how many users are there and DEX is there. I think let me use DEX credentials over here. For DEX also same password. Enter. So the script file login is not identified. See here, the login username password L is lowercase. I just entered capital letter here. Let me modify that one. So it is checking the license team. Once license is identified, workspace is locked by another process. So why it is locked? Because I already opened here. That is the reason it is giving that workspace is locked. So I'll do one thing. I'll just want to run one particular scenario here. I'll just take the node path and close this workspace. I'm just taking this orange HRM path. Copy this one, come back. So this is test case node path. And here I'll just drag and drop the test case into an execution list. This is the execution list. And here it create a new execution list _1. Adding into the same execution list, it is not at all possible. Copy this node path. So once you copy this node path, then simply close this one. We use this particular node path to perform such a kind of drag and drop activity and running the test cases. That is possible with these two node paths. Okay. So it might take some long time to explain all these things. We can discuss in tomorrow's class. So do you have any questions so far? So if you do one round practice on this, that is pretty much enough. It's not like regularly you're going to interact with this. So very rare situations you may had a chance to work with this. But these things also is a part of your experience only. Okay. Kim, clear? Am I audible? Yeah, I'll explain these things tomorrow. Okay. Thank you all.